Hey guys, it's me, Mr. Man Little Miss and Friends Show here. Today, I will be doing my Mr. Man Little Miss vintage books collection. As you can see, I have a total of a lot of them, like the Mr. Man wines, the Little Miss wines, and the ones in the hardcover. Yep. So, so yeah, I'm going to begin this collection right now. So, here we go. It's the vintage book from like the 70s until 1980s, which is from like 1971 until 1984. Yeah. So anyways, let's begin this collection. First, we're going to start with the Mr. Man wines. Here we go. First up we have is Mr. Tickle. This is from 1971, but this is the Dermot Publishing reprint. This is a 1976 printing. Next up we have Mr. Happy from 1971 as well, but this is the 1975 Dermot Publishing reprint. And this book is almost 50 years ago because this is the Dermot Publishing reprint from 1975. The original release of this, along with the others, were from February Press, while these were Dermot Publishing reprints from like 1975 and 1976 as well, etc. Yeah. Anyways, next up, Mr. Snow from 1971, but this is the 1978 printing. Right. Next up, I have two copies of Mr. Silly. One is the UK print, and one is the American print. I'm gonna start with the UK print first. This is from 1972, but this is the Dermot Publishing reprint from 1975. And it's almost 50 years ago as well. And this is the original release because it has the smoking pig in it. Yeah. Kinda crazy. But later in 1990, they updated the pig in a cleaner version. So yeah. Right? And here's the American print from 1980. Comes with a for sale with record or tape. Is it TM right there? And again with the smoking pig. And this version is almost 45 years ago. Alright. We got Mr. Uppity from 1972. This is the 1978 printing. It's not in the best condition, but that's okay. And the pages were in a mixed up order instead of the right order. Yeah. We got Mr. Daydream from 1972. This is the 1976 reprint from Dermot Publishing. We got Mr. Forgetful, the 1978 printing, originally released in 1976. We got Mr. Lazy from 1976, 1978 printing, or 1979, I think. I think 1978. We got Mr. Funny from 1976. This is the 1977 printing. Mr. Bean. This is the original release from 1976. We got Mr. Muddle, 1978 printing. Originally came out in 1976. Mr. Impossible, this is the 1977 printing. And this is also from 1976 as well, which is originally released. Mr. Strong, 1976. This is the 1978 printing. This is the unreleased version because Mr. Strong originally came out in 1974 when it was first appeared on the Big Mr. book, but then 2 years later, it got official release in 1976. Yeah. We got Mr. Tall. This is the 1987 printing, and it's the American release. Oops. Sorry. We got Mr. Skinny from 1978. Mr. Slow. This is the very last Mr. Man book that Roger Hargreaves made. Originally came out in 1978, but this is the 1982 printing. Almost a 1979 reprint, but this is the 1982 printing. So yeah. Oh, anyways, that's the Mr. Man ones. Now we're on to the Little Misses ones. So first up, we have two copies of Little Miss Bossy. I have the original 1981 release and the American release, which is a 1986 printing. Here's the original 1981 release with Mr. Impossible on the cover. Now I know there's a 1984 reprint of this that's from Dermot Publishing, but I actually don't feel like getting out one since I'm fine with the original release instead, because I like the original release better. And as for the reprint, I'm still going to be keeping since I got it first before I get this. So yeah. Oh my god. And it's the very first Little Miss book ever made. Alright, and here's the 1986 printing from American. Alright. Okay, next up I have two copies of Little Miss Sunshine. We have the 1981 release and the 1988 printing. Here's the original release from 1981 with Mr. Silly on the cover. And here's the 1988 printing. And it's the American release. We got Little Miss Tiny from 1981 with Mr. Small on the cover. Little Miss Trouble. This is the 1984 printing. Originally released in 1981 with Mr. Mischief on the cover. Little Miss Helpful from 1981. Little Miss Shy from 1981. Little Miss Splendid from 1981 with Mr. Happy on the cover. Oh, by the way, Little Miss Shy has Mr. Quiet on the cover. Forgot to mention that. Little Miss Twins from 1984. This is actually the American release because it has this. Little Miss Chatterbox from 1984. Also the American release. Little Miss Dottie from 1984. Two copies of Little Miss Fickle. I have the UK release and the American release. Here's this copy. Used to be American release because it's this. And here's the American release. Alright. And lastly, Little Miss Contrary. The very last Little Miss book ever made to be created by Roger Hargreaves. And this is from 1984. Yep, this is the last one. Alright. That's all the Little Misses. Now, here are the hardcovers. And they're also Little Misses as well. So, here we go. We have Little Miss Sunshine. And the back covers are blank. And all the hardcover ones were all reprints from 1985. Little Miss Trouble. Little Miss Slate. Little Miss Twins. Little Miss Chatterbox. And finally, Little Miss Star. Alright, so, well, that's it. That is my Mr. Man Little Miss Vintage Books collection for the 2025 edition. So, hope you guys are watching, and I will see you in the next video. This is Mr. Man Little Miss and Friends Show, signing out.